Hey, black women. Sorry. All right. It was a hard day just getting in, but there is a disturbing trend that's going on YouTube, and it's been going on for a few months now with divestors, women that are, I don't know, doing this thing where they're claiming that they're dating everybody but black males, which is fine for them, but my whole thing with black women, you know where I stand. All men, you got to treat them like they ain't shit. Expect them not to be shit, and when they are worth something, even still be cautious with them, because it is in their nature to be a misogynist, period. But here's the thing. Now, there's a couple of things that are serious that are happening with black women currently, and there was only one person I saw address it, and then I went around trying to share her video, which was Unbiased and Unboss's coverage of the young lady, Carly, who got abducted last night, okay? And they used a child to appeal to the empathy and the nurturing components or parts of a woman, a black woman especially, right? For a black child. I had a subscriber, and thank you for doing that, sending me the comment to let me know that in addition to these human traffickers, whether they're trafficking you for sex or body organs, they will use children they've probably abducted as well to bait women into coming to care about the child, so that when you're not prepared, they grab you up from behind. Black women, there is no one way to tell you how to protect yourself against someone trying to trap you. The only thing I can tell you is Carly did a lot of good things, but she let her guard down because it was a child, and that's what they expected. So the only thing I can tell you to do is, I guess, always try to position your car so you could get away quickly. Keep it running. I would suggest, if you can, like I have in my car, I have cameras in the front of my car as well as the back. You can look on Amazon. They have all types of new features where you can have an actual like Ring camera in your car to pretty much do like a 360 recording from the inside of your car that you can put on your phone, and you can send it to your iCloud, so that even if you get snatched and these people do whatever, at least there's your camera in your car recording 360 of the area of your car. So look for all of that stuff, because it is on Amazon and probably other websites. But in addition to that, most seriously, black women, I don't know how many times I have to say this, right? Because it's getting drastic now, right? You have to keep weapons on your body. And if you do not have a gun, please put several sharp knives on your body. I mean it. Like, if you have to tape them, Velcro, find a way to belt them on you, whatever. Holster them on you. Put knives all over you. Because even if you're scuffling with someone, okay, and they get you in a headlock, whatever the case may be, as long as you're flailing about and you can move your arms, you could grab a knife from your waist area. Pull your leg up, grab it from your ankle area, your thigh area, whatever. Towards the back or the middle of the back, wherever you put it, and just cut the shit out of them. Stab deep, rip, and keep stabbing and ripping. Do whatever you got to do to get them the fuck off of you, especially if somebody tries to like grab you up and all this type of stuff. Your best bet is a blade, because when you start slicing that flesh off the bone, they're going to let go. And if you can, seriously, it's going to sound insane, but if you're a young woman and you're driving in a car late at night, put a fucking machete on your goddamn passenger seat. Big and as large as life. I mean, if you get pulled over, don't have it in situations with the cops, and find a way in your car to stash it real quick. if you have incidents with the cops. But if you're driving home late at night by yourself and you don't have a gun or a licensed gun or something like that, you're going to need something like that. Something with some weight, with a blade with some weight, so that when you swing it, you cutting through flesh and bone and that shit is dropping to the ground. Because you're dealing with fucking maniacs and people that do not give a fuck about your life simply because they don't have one of their own. So they feel like you are up for sport. They're hunting you for sport because they're aware of the fact that so many of us women get online every day, try to tell you, be wary of these dudes. Stop fucking with them in every way. Always have your guard up around them. Always be prepared to fight to the fucking death with these people because they're animals. They have literally turned into fucking savages. And you cannot trust any of them. I don't give a goddamn how well you know them, wherever they're from. Always keep your guard up around them because they will sell you to someone else, even if they don't do the dirty deed. Listen, they do these things because they know there's all this separation and divide within the black women community. You got a stupid panel right now over there on DZ's channel, over there talking the most ridiculous shit about trying to brainwash black women into voting for fucking Republicans that will put you back into slavery after they take away all your rights and make it where you can't do anything in this country but go back to living with a fucking man, having him be responsible for all your finances. Basically go back in time to before 1972 when a woman couldn't even have a bank account or a credit card. You don't need to play those games with your life. You really don't. But that's just my point. You got lives going on about that stupid shit. You got lives going on about the stupid shit Cynthia talks about with all that nonsense. And then you have other lives like Shira and it's always Ways and Priscilla and all these ridiculous fucking people constantly spewing all this stuff repeatedly about relationships with dudes, which breaks down the individual black woman's ability to protect herself against these dudes because she's always trying to give these motherfuckers a chance. When you look at them as the ultimate threat, the predator, super predator that they are, you will no longer do that. But because you got all these women that y'all just will not let go of, constantly trying to promote these dudes to y'all as if there is still some hope out there for you and them being united and being in this blissful, living in your femininity, soft life stuff, you are putting yourselves in a situation to end up either on the black femicide list or on the human trafficking list. They know it. They know you have a soft spot for them because they're black like you. They use that. They apparently now are using children to do things to you that no one should be doing to you. That only former slave masters used to do to you. Now they're doing it. Black women, I just can't stress it enough because this whole Carly thing is really got me upset because this was a promising young woman that these motherfuckers actually sat, watched, waited, and preyed upon her because she was a young girl on her way to contributing greatness to life. And they hate to see black women do anything that contributes to their greatness and greatness in society. I really wish y'all would wake up. Stop listening to all these women on here talking about relationships, sex, and everything concerning these black males. And y'all really get out here, get into these gun ranges, get into these martial arts dojos and programs and learn to fight, shoot, stab, do everything you got to do to keep these people from taking your life away from you. Because this is all they're out here living for nowadays. And even though I am very proud of the few black women that are pulling away from these dudes completely, going their own way and not dealing with them in any way, more of you need to do it. And you need to wake up all the people around you to the fact that they are really out here snatching up black women and little girls and selling them. This is the modern day slavery. And y'all have got to stop acting like this is a fucking game. Because that little girl that they snatched up last night, that is someone's child those people care about her. And now she's gone. And God knows what the fuck is happening to her and many other women like her. So we got to stop playing these fucking relationship games, sex talk games, and we got to stop playing, okay? We need to be up in arms about this shit, yelling and screaming and demanding some shit to be done about this. We actually need to start taking control of our neighborhoods. Start looking out for people. The minimum thing you could do, y'all, when it comes to all this type of stuff is when you see strange vehicles, take down the license plate. Remember the make and model of the car. Take a video of that shit. Take a video, zoom in on the registration and the inspection in the window. If there are any distinguishing characteristics about that car, there's rust in a certain area, there's anything that sticks out about that car, when you record it, you make sure you zoom in on it and you get a thorough recording of that car, so that when you give that information to the police or FBI or whoever, they can use the CCTV and look at all of the roadways, highways, and expressways to try to track that vehicle as best they can to find those girls. This is getting insane because my mind is like this. They probably stole that baby too. You never fucking know with these people. They are animals. They're not even human beings anymore. So y'all have got to start looking out for each other, making this a normal conversation where you teach your young girls, you teach other people's children what to look out for, how to get away from it. Always report it. You never know, the small amount of information you provide to the authorities could help unlimited amounts of people. Please do your part. This kind of stuff is sick. It's deranged and it's disgusting. To get all the information, y'all, please go watch Unbiased and Unbossed's last live in reference to Carly. She shows you another TikToker that actually is keeping up with the trafficking. He put together a compilation of the 10 worst states for human trafficking in this country. In addition to that, guys, there is a new movie that is out on, I don't know why it's on limited release, but this movie is about the real life story of an ex-FBI agent who actually, it is his mission in life to run around this world saving people's children from sex trafficking. Please go look up this movie, find it. I think it's called A Taste of Freedom or something with freedom. Type it in, 2023 movie, former FBI agent seeking children gone or taken for human trafficking. It'll come up. It has something about freedom in the title. I forget right now because I'm a little upset over the Carly thing. I really can't stand stuff like this, y'all, because even people when you drive, there was a trucker that gave as much information as possible, but please, y'all, even when you're driving by shady or suspect shit, it's not going to hurt you to try to drive by. Remember the license plate, call it in, let the police know, or if you can, a lot of us have dash cams. Turn the dash cam directly towards the strange incident. Record as much as you can, even if you got to get off at the exit, come back around and take some more footage, or if you strapped, come back, keep your car at a little bit of a distance and ask, is everything okay? Do you need assistance? Do something to help. Because listen, the only way a lot of this stops is when all of us get involved, because yesterday it was Carly, tomorrow it might be one of us or one of our beloved family members. You got to take this shit seriously. And the more people get involved, the more people take action, the more people speak up and do things and demand action, this shit will slow down. If you don't do anything, it just spirals out of control. And we cannot have that shit. It is ridiculous out here. And it seems like, my personal opinion, when I was telling you about how you have these faceless channels like DZ's channels and others where you don't really know if these fucking people are really black women for real, and you know that deep fake is real, chat GPT is real, and all other types of things that where white people and others can create content and channels to try to hoodwink, intimidate, and manipulate the black community, your thought process, and your behavior and your actions. So when you got people like that on here talking about voting for Republicans that want to take your rights and feel like they're losing control of this country, you have to put all this shit into perspective. How do you know that those type of people that are making channels like that and others are not part of all of this abduction of our women and children as well? So this is why you speak out against all this shit. You be you be active, okay, in making sure you do something about it. You make change in whatever little way you can. Y'all, you need to invest in a few body cameras. Start walking around your neighborhood with them. Some of them are undetectable, and even if they are a little bit big, they have some that you can put them on your belt and angle them up so that as you walk down the street, that won't be the very first place that someone can see it. You can put a piece of tape over the neon lead that usually blinks so that it doesn't draw somebody's eye to it as closely or as fast as it usually does. And that way, you have it on you so that even if something happens and you're not prepared, the motion sensor will begin to record and you could save somebody's life. Like, you got to start thinking about small things to do so that you could try to turn things around. Now, when I'm talking about people's channels and this push for all of this Republican voting and stuff, I really believe that they're behind all of this, that they're behind trying to make it an issue about violence, make the bail reform thing an issue, make these situations an issue because they will do anything to get what they want. And once they have it, your life will be more than a living hell. I mean, you got to really understand some of the history that you don't know. You will be doomed to repeat it if you don't start realizing that shit is not all what these people on YouTube are making it out to be. It's not that fucking simple. And black people have fought long and hard and died for a lot of shit to have these people most recently just taking back shit that people have fought for a whole fucking lifetime. Affirmative action, abortion, so on and so forth. We're going back in time. And you have got to realize that shit. Because you know what the fuck the end goal is. For these people to have you back in shackles, fucking you and selling you like property the way that they're doing now with our women, that they are slowly desensitizing us into accepting. We have got to push back on this shit. And if it means you got to walk around being strapped and ready to blow these motherfuckers' heads off when you see them trying to take people's children, then that's what you got to do. I mean, just the other day, I think, what was it, either Cali or Georgia, the little girl was in the mall, and this dude he took her hand and literally tried to pull her out the mall. Thank God for the people in the mall there that had some fucking heart, because as soon as the little black girl, as soon as she started screaming, get off me, whatever, many people in the mall came to help her, and they got those two motherfuckers off her. Unfortunately, they haven't been caught that I know of yet, but they need to be, and they need to be fucked up. And then you have the same thing happening in California. Where is that at? In the what is that area in San Francisco called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Bay Area, where they're literally trying to take people's teenage girls away from them walking down the street at gunpoint. This is all fucking crazy. And this has happened. I did a video on this. So all this stuff that's going on, you guys have got to become vigilant. I don't care what you're walking around with. Stun guns, tasers, hunting knives, machetes, assault weapons, regular guns, registered guns, whatever. You have got to start taking back your communities. You have got to start putting an end to all this erratic bullshit that's going on out here. Because once we start showing these fucking thugs that are in our area, all of us are not going for this, son. We're not. We're not going for it. They can't beat everybody if everybody takes a stand. They can get a few stragglers, but they can't get everybody. Please start looking out for black women. Black women. Stop worrying about fucking black males. Literally and figuratively. Please. Our lives are worth way more than theirs. Start believing and loving and taking care of each other. Have a good night, y'all. And please stop listening to that stupid fucking rhetoric about Republicans and white men coming to save you, because that is bullshit. They ain't never fucking saved you. Even in slavery, when they formed that fucking bullshit party that only helped you out for less than 10 years during the Freedmen's Bureau, it was all bullshit then and it's bullshit now. Vote for your best interest, black women, when it comes to our education, our employment, our housing, our work conditions, living conditions, and things that will elevate us in this life, and making sure that we can have a fucking baby in a hospital without some racist motherfucker killing us just because we are trying to deliver a child. Please, y'all, stop getting twisted up in all this bullshit on YouTube. And especially with these fucking channels where these people's faces are not being seen, because you don't know who or what that is behind it. Because they are not fucking around with you. Your vote, your demographic, and the fact that you are a huge percentage in this country, like 50, 60 percentile, which is why you just saw how in Alabama and in other states, they were found guilty of suppressing the black people's votes. This is not a joke, y'all. These motherfuckers are playing for keeps because they want to stay in control. You have to understand that if you want your life to change, you have to recognize and deal with seriously what is happening in this world, and stand up and make sure you engage fully in your civic duties and in your community to make sure that everybody around you is as safe can be, and you do what you got to do to make sure it's that way. Good night, y'all.